This Earl's restaurant in Port Coquitlam is open again. It closed temporarily for a deep cleaning after 3 employees tested positive for COVID-19. Stricter regulations for restaurants and bars have come into play, but they're also putting some of the onus on the public.
If you're going out for dinner, don't ask the servers to accommodate more than 6 people.
What's not as clear is how and when the public is informed about possible exposures.
It depends a little bit about where the setting is that it's happened, how many people have been exposed, what type of exposure it is, and whether we are able to effectively find people.
If it's a high-risk exposure, contact tracers will directly phone people. But if there is no contact list, the local health authority sends out a public service announcement. And if it's considered low risk, the public may never find out about it. Only affected staff members will be asked to self-monitor and self-isolate. Part of the responsibility falls on WorkSafe BC. And since the pandemic began, they've done over 1,200 inspections of restaurants alone.
We can't be everywhere, so the obligation is on the employer to do that.
So far, it has issued more than 300 orders for health and safety violations. Nearly 1/3 were handed to businesses in the service sector, such as hotels, restaurants, and gyms. And it plans to ramp up inspections.
And we're actually going to start doing some inspections a little later into the evening, when maybe more patrons are in those establishments. They don't expect to see us there.
In the meantime, some experts are advising people to stick to patios, where the risk of transmission is lower, and to do some safety checks of their own.
If you don't see any server with masks, gloves, and if there's no plexiglass, I would frankly turn around. I wouldn't stay there.
And anyone who spots a violation is encouraged to report it to WorkSafe BC. Tina Lovgreen, CBC News, Vancouver.